Hello everybody, welcome to Memory Keeping Friday. I wanted to jump on here and share with you guys where all of my memory keeping projects are. November and December both are really heavy documenting months for me, and so there's always a lot going on between our family album, which I'm going to show you where I'm at with that, and then I do a 4x4 mini album. This is a 30 Days of Thankful. I've done this 4x4 size for the last 3 years and I really love it. And then, of course, my December daily album, when I'm doing it like this. And then, of course, I'm also getting ready to get all of my stuff for next year set up, my family album and everything. So there's always a lot going on. So first, let me set this aside. I'm just going to push it aside over here. And let me show you a couple of these other projects. So here is the 4x4 mini album, and I apologize about the lighting and the shadowing. We're in the middle of a storm, and so studio lights are not the greatest. And then also, I don't want there to be a huge glare on the page protectors, so I don't have my overhead lights on. So this is a 4x4 mini album, so it's just the 4x4 page protectors, and I just do a 30 Days of Thankful album. I sort of have gotten the idea from Kathy Zilski. She does a little thing. I think she does hers like 3x6. So this is just exactly what it sounds like. 30 Days of Thankful. I do 30 stories in November. Some are like on the day, like on the 4th of November. I take a picture and tell it like that. And then some of them are just photos or emails or quotes throughout the month. So this is not completely finished. You can see there's a couple sticky notes on here, and then the very end of this is not completely finished. I need a couple more photos, but what I've done is there's a sticky note for each day, and then I will stamp that, and then I need to do my journaling in here, and then there's a few other things that I need to print off or write in here, and so I will do that. But so I'm wrapping this one up, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'll finish this up probably this weekend. So I have that, and then I'll just put the year on here, and then I just have a shelf of these. So that's my 30 Days of Thankful, which is, I would say, 99% done. And then we have my December daily that I'm working on. The spine just says 2019. I just wrapped a Stampin' Up! 6x8 album with some paper, some Christmas designer paper here. And then I have a little thing on here. I'm doing this album with my membership group. My membership group is $10 a month, and you sign up for that. We have a Facebook group, and then I'm in the middle of creating the website that goes along with that houses all of my Project Life classes and the different things that I've done. So I'm doing with this album with them more on a weekly basis. I'm sharing with them the things that I'm doing. So I just thought I would give you guys an overview here. December Daily is a project that Ali Edwards does, and it's basically you're telling a story each day in the month of December, and it is very Christmas focused for me. Not everybody's December Daily album is Christmas themed or focused. Sometimes people will just do a story a day, and sometimes that's a Christmas story, and sometimes it's not. Because I still continue to do my Project Life Family album, which I'm going to show you, which are everyday kind of stories and moments, I choose to make my December daily album very Christmas focused, and I choose to tell 25 Christmas stories in this album. So there's a couple places in here, like this will be a large 6x8 photo that will go here to start off the day. This will be a large photo of our Christmas tree, and then you see I just have the numbers on here, like this is day 5 and it's tasty treats. This is day 6 and it shows our house, and then there's definitely sticky notes in here of what is going to go on here. Like day 8 was a shopping day. I have sticky notes in here showing different aspects of different stories. And this is just because I haven't had them printed yet. They are all ready to be printed. I just need to pick them up. And then I have a couple things in here where I know like the 17th is a Christmas party, and I know that will be a longer story. The 19th, the kids have a Christmas play that they are in, and so I'll document that. And then in the very back here, I just have a 6x8 envelope. These envelopes were done by Stampin' Up. I don't know that you can find these 6x8 envelopes anymore. This was when Becky Higgins had partnered with Stampin' Up, and they had Projects Live by Stampin' Up. When Stampin' Up quit selling these and they all like went on clearance, I purchased like a million of them. So I have them, and I always stick one in the back of my albums. So that's kind of where that is at. I just have this sitting out, and I've been working on it. I used my silhouette to create the Christmas and the numbers on here. It's always fun to be able to use my silhouette and do those things that I don't always take the time to do. So that is my December daily album. I'm setting that aside and working on it kind of more towards each weekend, I think is probably how it's going to work out this year. I just pop on here on the weekends and kind of get things moving with it. So let me show you where my family album is. You guys have seen pretty much that I am caught up through, I'm caught up as far as photos all the way until today. Like I have a photo that I've taken for today that will go in there. I did need to go back and do some journaling. So I type up all of my journaling. That's just what I've done this year. I don't always do that. I will probably do it next year because it's just working out this year. I've really enjoyed it. So I have a whole bunch of journaling that I need to go and put in here, and that stretches back to probably about September. And so there are a couple things that I need to finish. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add my journaling, and then I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of this album, which is in July, and I'm going to go through and make sure that everything is finished up. So like this needs a tab on it. I need to do some journaling here. So I'm going to go back and do all of those little pieces, and then also going forward, like I need another card here. There's some journaling for this one. I need to put, do some stamping for the Avery Index tab. So I went back and did all of the journaling for September and October. And I think you guys have seen October. And then here's November. I did all the journaling for November, and I will just slip that in to the pockets. But I have all of the November photos in. So week 46, week 47. Again, I just have to add my journaling. So then here are some photos that are of Thanksgiving. So I need to put an insert in here, and you can see here I use the sticky note system where I put sticky notes where photos need to go. And if I have an insert, I just stick on a Post-it note and I stick it kind of right on this spine part, and then that lets me know I have a insert. And I just had gotten these photos printed, so they're sitting in here. And then here is December. So again, I'm doing my December daily album, which are very Christmas focused stories. So it's us, decorating the Christmas tree and the Christmas parties we're going to and the Christmas things that are happening at the kids' school and decorations around the house and Christmas cookies and all of the things that we do in Christmas is in this album. And I very specifically tell stories regarding our Christmas traditions and the wrapping paper that I'm using this year and the ornaments we're getting for the tree this year, and just very much what is happening for the holidays goes in here. And then this is really just everyday life like I do in all of the rest of the months. So laundry that needs to be done and homework that's happening. Making soup with the girls, and definitely there's some stories that trinkle in here that are Christmas related, obviously, because we're in the month of December, like getting our Christmas tree that I snapped. On this day when we decorated the Christmas tree, I took a lot of photos. I took this photo of us getting the tree, and then in here, I took a photo of the tree done. That will go here. And then I took this tree of them decorating the tree. And I actually have several other photos of the kids decorating the tree, which will go into their albums. And so there's lots of days that I have more than one photo that I can use. So again, I have journaling for this up until this week here, which is the week we're on. We're on this day here. So my photo for today is marked here. So I have these. I have a little pocket in here. I need to fill out my calendar, which I will do. And then I will get my journaling in here. And then we're on this week, and I will pick up photos next week, and I will be currently caught up. In the back here, I have a couple things tucked into the back. I have a couple traditional layouts. Here's one using the designer paper that I used for all of December, and I'm going to be using this. I think this will probably be the last page in my album, and it'll probably be like Christmas morning. I'll put the photos in here. I like to create traditional layouts, and I don't always have the time, right, to do that. And so what I like to do is create these simply layered pages, is what I call them. I don't add photos, but I add photo mats, and then I know that I can go back and add photos very easily. And so I still get to have the fun of creating these traditional layouts, but it's not stressful. It's not something that I feel like I don't have time to do. When I want to be creative and I want to take the time to make some, I do, and then I just pop them in my album and wait for photos. The other one I have in here is from I think I did this last year, and I sort of forgot about these. I just found them, actually. I found this one that I want to be able to put into my album, and I did this one last year. So these two will probably go in my album here, maybe for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then I did this one, and I think this one will go in next year's, like in January. I think I'll use this in January. The items that I'm going to use to decorate or to put my pockets in are going to be snowman themed, winter themed, and so I think this will go perfectly. So I'll use that for next year's album. So I just have them sitting in the back here so that I remember to use them. So I'm just going to spend some time this evening wrapping up any of the little pieces, adding cards, doing the journaling, adding Avery index tabs, that kind of thing, to the rest of my album. I'll add the journaling, and then I'll be pretty much caught up. So I just thought that I would share with you guys where I'm at here in December. It is a lot of documenting projects going on. I know it seems like a lot. I have a really good system down, and I really understand what I need to do and how to stay on top of things. And so it doesn't necessarily feel overwhelming to me about what needs to be done. It's just a matter of taking those pieces and doing it. And then if this doesn't get finished until January, if something were to happen and I were to get a little bit behind, I'm totally fine with that, because it's so easy to stay caught up when you're using the Project Life method. And it's something that I'm very passionate about helping you guys do. So that's why I have my membership group. It's a place where we can, right now we're sharing our December dailies, we're sharing ideas, we're talking about things. Recently, somebody had a question about what to do with the labels on your spines if you don't have the little metal piece. Lots of albums come with this metal piece here, but some of the older albums don't. And so somebody popped on and said, you know, I'm really struggling with what to do with the spine. And we had a conversation and shared some ideas and figured out what would be best for her to do. So I would love for you guys to join my membership group. It is only $10 a month. It literally simply helps me cover the cost of running that piece of my business. So it's $10 a month. I would love for you to join. You can cancel at any time, and you get to be a part of an exclusive Facebook group. I have digital downloads there. We set up our albums together. You get to have a live workshop with me once a month where we're working on projects and doing different things. There's tons of inspiration in the group, and we would love to have you join us. So there'll be a link below in the YouTube description description if you would like to join, and then also on my website or on Facebook. There will be links everywhere. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday and that you are going to be able to do a little bit of memory keeping this weekend. If you are doing December Daily, please let me know in the comments that you're doing December Daily and how's it going. I love to hear from you guys of what memory keeping projects you guys are working on. I will be back next week to share with you some Stampin' Up! Projects that are coming up with some new product I got, and then some Christmas gifts that I'll be giving out to teachers and whatnot. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching my videos. Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.